Duval Brothers, a well-known traveling circus that is currently stopped in London. I believe that is exactly the type of circus we are looking for. I'll pay it a visit.
Oh really? We don't have to go to the other places anymore? So elephants can be trained without that much coercion. Although they do have, like, sometimes they get pissed off, and when they are angry they can do a lot of damage. So, be nice to them. But this is unlike dancing bears, for example. Bears are not cooperative at all. Like, bears by nature are solitary, so they don't work with other bears. They don't even work with other bears, so they're just sure as hell not going to work with you, right? It's like, so they're territorial and they're solitary, so they really hate being with other things. Bears, like, they're not, like, they don't like being in groups, and so dancing bears require you to really really torture the bear in order to make it dance for you, because, well, first of all, it doesn't like you because it's not a it's like a it's not a social creature, so it doesn't like being in a social group, and it's a carnivore, so it has this hunting instinct, and it's territorial, so and it's big and strong, and so bears should not be tamed or trained. Really, like, you should leave the bear in the wilderness and just leave it alone, because bears don't like you. Unlike elephants kind of like you. Like, the elephants are kind of social and they're kind of friendly and they're kind of helpful. Bears are not any of those things. So if you see a dancing bear, that is a bad thing. The bear is being tortured to dance for you. If you see a dancing elephant, that may be bad or it may be good, right? Like, the same with dolphins. Dolphins are also intelligent and dolphins are also social creatures. And so you can train dolphins to do things, which is really, you teach them. If they do certain things, you give them fish. And so then the dolphins will just do things for you. And because dolphins are quite intelligent and they're social creatures, they will, even if you're not training them, like, sometimes they'll come and play with you. Although sometimes they'll also come and try to have sex with you, which is kind of weird. Dolphins are weird like that. They have sex with things, a lot of different things. So don't be careful with dolphins when they're horny. But when they're not horny, dolphins are quite intelligent and they're curious and they're playful, and so dolphins can be trained to do things. So not bears. Anyway, let's continue. Animals are fascinating.
Hey, you! Stop right there.
Good morning, sir. Pardon me, but why am I not allowed to walk around here?
Because it's private.
Well, I only wanted to meet the artistes.
You're wanting to apply for... Nah, you don't look like the type of artistic lockpicker that we're looking for.
You might be surprised.
What? Nah, I don't think so. Clear off.
They're looking for a lockpicker? Well, I can pick any lock in this game. This game's locks are easy to pick. Admission's 3 shillings. Let's see, we can leave. Duval Brothers, Giovanni Maletti, strongman, the strongest man on earth. Sure. Holding an elephant with his abs. Fascinating. Can we chat?
You're a bit slow to catch on, eh?
Oh, I need to disguise myself. Alright, disguise myself. Alright, we're loading screen again. So dogs are interestingly very easy to domesticate. Have you heard of the silver fox or the gray fox? Domesticated, I think, a Siberian gray fox. So they try to breed these foxes for fur, but the foxes are wild animals, right? And so they hate people. So whenever they try to they try to kind of breed them in like a farm sort of setting. But because they're wild animals and they hate humans, every time they try to handle them, they get bitten by these foxes because they hate you. So then they try to domesticate them. And over a period of a few decades, they managed to... So they breed them for behavior. So all the foxes that were less bitey, they would keep. And they would breed them with other foxes that were less inclined to bite. And over a period of a few decades, they managed to get foxes that were fully domesticated. Like they would act like dogs. So they would not only not bite you when you try to pick them up, they would actually come along and play with you like dogs would. You know, like dogs when they see you, like they'll sniff you, they'll hang out, and then when you pet the dogs are happy. When you like rub the dog's bellies, the dogs are happy. So once the dog knows you, they like you and they want you to play with them and they want you to pet them. They'll come to be petted by you. Like this sort of behavior is kind of weird if you think about it. Like why would a wild animal would not come to be pet by you? That's kind of weird. But they managed to breed these foxes to become like domesticated dogs simply through selective breeding for behavior over a period of a few decades, which is remarkable. And they're like foxes are in the same family as dogs, right? So canines, for some reason, canines seem easy to domesticate. It seems like, and well, I mean, we know that dogs are domesticated from wolves. Wait, what?
I'd better wear a shabby hat.
Ah, I need a hat. Are you? Oh, I need a shabby hat as well. We don't want the hair. We want a hat. Is that shabby enough? That's shabbier. That's a policeman's hat. That's kind of shabby. I mean, dogs. Yeah. So.
Stay where you are. What are you doing here, and where is Sherlock Holmes?
Funny.
Calm down, Watson. Take deep breaths now. It's me.
Thank God, Holmes. I can't get used to your disguises.
Thank you, Watson. That means I am ready to go.
So dogs. So these little things, dogs, they are amenable to being domesticated, apparently. Cats, not so much. I mean, cats don't actually like people as much as dogs do. I think cats just enjoy being lazy. And so, if living with humans allows them to be lazy, then they'll just be happy to be lazy. Like, cats don't necessarily like you or any human beings. But they enjoy being fed. And sometimes they enjoy being pet. So in my opinion, cats are not domesticated the same way dogs are domesticated, if that makes sense.
Who are you? What's your name?
My name is Nigel. I'm here to open the locks.
Talented, eh? Let's see. Go inside the marquee and show yourself to Charles Foley. And I'd highly advise you not to trick him. Got that?
I've got it.
Charles Foley is here. Interesting. Alright, well, I've disguised myself. Explore the circus. Sheep. Sheep are interesting. Sheep are social animals. Sheep can recognize faces. They can recognize the faces of other sheep, and they can recognize the faces of people as well. So sheep can be friendly if they like you. Horses, I think horses are not inclined to enjoy carrying people. Like, a lot of horses will be unhappy when you first ride them, but then you can kind of get them used to it. If I remember my biology history, I think horses are more recent. Like, the domestication is not that long ago. So maybe the domestication of the horse is not quite complete. By what I mean is, like, their behavior has not been bred to quite the same extent as some of the other animals, if that makes sense. And by breeding behavior, I mean, like breeding, choosing the animals with the most desirable behavior and breeding those and getting rid of the ones that you don't like. And by that, I mean really killing them, because if you think about it, what happens to dogs that bite human beings? They get put down, right? So dogs that do not behave in the way that we want, they get killed, right? If a dog attacks a human being, they're put down. And so in that way, we are continuously removing from the dog's gene pool behaviors and instincts that are harmful to humans. And that's how we keep the dogs domesticated. So it's a little bit gruesome if you think about it. But every time a dog bites a human, the dog is put down. That's how we do it.
So, everything is here just as you asked. And what about the money?
Some of the barrels are wet.
Transportation issues, it couldn't be helped.
Whatever. We'll be here after midnight to pick up the supplies.
I want to be paid first.
No. You'll be paid after we make the transfer, as I said.
Right?
I hope that no one saw you. The police are on the lookout.
Of course not. I'm a professional.
Glad to hear it. Be ready for tonight, then.
Are these the merry men? Are we finally gonna cross paths with the terrorists? What's going on? Balls. Juggling balls. Barrels. Of gunpowder, probably. Crack.
This wooden barrel is damaged. It is difficult to say what is inside. There is a spot on this barrel that was intentionally painted out. The crest of the Honourable Artillery Company. Could it be gunpowder? I need to be sure.
Oh, it's gunpowder. Is it Guy Fawkes Day already? Are we gonna blow up the Parliament?
Judging by the fractions and the scent, I can confirm that it is, in fact, gunpowder.
Gunpowder.
The barrels are roughly clustered. It seems as though they were brought here in a hurry.
Well, we're gonna blow up Parliament tonight, even. Printing press. Rise up and keep rising from lambs into lions.
That's a picture of a contemporary gentleman wearing a Robin Hood hat. Interesting.
Very.
From lambs into lions. Those are words of encouragement and defiance. This poster was clearly made to fire up rebellion amongst the people.
Yes.
This printing press is old, but still quite capable of printing hundreds of pages per day. There are enough posters to paste across half of London's walls. Powder kegs, a printing press, and a great many blank papers. All of this was stolen by the merry men quite recently. And these poster samples. I am quite sure it is not a coincidence. The merry men are planning some sort of sabotage.
Stop right there. Who are you?
Are you Charles Foley?
Maybe.
They say that I can open any door.
Do they now? We'll see that lock near the chains on the table over there. Open that.
Let's look at him. Interesting bandana. Did people ever dress like this back in Sherlock's time? The bandana? Gold chains. Complex key, protected safe. This doesn't seem like it's correct. His outfit. Bloody bandages, recent trauma. Gun. Bulldog revolver, cutthroat. One of the rings. One of the antiques. And his crotch is not a clue. Taped fingers, agility practice acrobat. Alright, there's our man. Fascinating. So that's the guy who was in the alleyway. Why is this even a problem? So let me line up the other ones first. And again, we're going to use the same trick, right? Just look at the very left side. Wait a minute. This one can slide left and right. So that would have to slide there. There. Right? And then the only thing left is this one, which there. There. What are we missing? Let me rotate all. There we go. That there. Done. Again, you just look at the two ends. There's the left end and the right end. And that's it. Easy peasy, bro.
I need to find out what's behind this Charles Foley.
Yeah, no, just go pick up the lock. I literally just opened the lock. Antique ring, Foley's revolver. Man in jacket. Charles Foley wears an antique ring, the last missing piece of the 5 rams of Mytilene. Jewel set. And also a revolver retained under his belt. It proves that Charles Foley is a mysterious jacketed man who nimbly escaped the crime scene at Half Moon Street. Hey, I opened your lock, dude.
Oh. Well, they're right. What's your name?
Nigel Shirley, from York.
Ah, Nigel from York. Never heard anything about you. How'd you hear about me?
Jailed thief, Turner's limb, contradiction, door key, antique bracelet, jailed thief.
It's a long story. I met your brother, Vincent the Butcher Foley, in prison. He told me all about his betrayal and all about you. Before I was released, he told me that you might find a job for me one day and pay me some money for me craft.
Well, he died. 7 days ago, in prison.
I'm sorry to hear that.
That's all right. The traitor has paid the blood price for it. And you'll do the job anyway, because I need a talented lockpicker. I know just where to search for his legacy.
It's all about the Hellenistic treasures, isn't it?
Osh, you fool. Now, listen up. You'll come with us tonight, and you better mind yourself.
Us? Wait, who's coming then?
Billy, Jack and me.
And what will I get for that?
We'll share the loot. The one you seem to know about.
Right.
Wait for us at the abandoned manor house on the corner of Ladbroke Grove and Kensington Park Road at midnight.
Deal.